Alright, it's been a while since I've done something like this. I just want to say a few things before we get into the video. I'm going to be putting my Twitch in the description. You guys can check that out down there. I do stuff like this.
Shut your bitch ass up.
How'd you like the taste of freedom? Canister's empty. New canister.
Damn, you got one limping after you.
Yeah, no. I was just trolling over
that guy was struggling. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be very much appreciated. I'm also going to put my Instagram and my TikTok in the description where I post clips. Those are all just clips from my streams, so if you guys want to check it out, come hang out. That'd be very much appreciated. Let's get into the video.
Yo, listen for the police first.
Prank him, John.
You already know.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
Become a hero. Become a legend. Become a Helldiver.
For those of you who don't know what Helldivers 2 is, let me give you a quick explanation of it. The world pretty much put together a one-world government, set aside their differences, and we named it Super Earth. And we started expanding because we needed to go out into different planets. We reached our space travel pretty much. So we went to different planets, started colonizing them, getting their different resources and everything. And eventually we were quote-unquote invaded.
It's treason, then.
Which is pretty much these bugs called the Terminids were an invasive species pretty much. But we discovered that they actually can produce an element called E710, which actually, if you take 710 and flip it 180 degrees, it spells oil. So, you know, oil! And the cyborgs were originally humans, but they were on a planet that was so harsh that they were constantly having to rebuild their lost body parts or whatever with mechanics, pretty much. So it got to the point where they were pretty much unrecognizable and they wanted independence, but we can't have that. We gotta spread democracy. These cyborgs are hideous. They're not human.
Are we the baddies?
All of that pretty much takes place in the first game. In the second game, the Terminids are back, and we're also facing a new threat called the automatons. After we beat the cyborgs in the first game, they pretty much were enslaved to mine on their home planet for resources for Super Earth.
And why skulls, then? What?
But they created the automatons, which pretty much they completely abandoned their humanity, and they are all completely robotic. They are literally licensed Terminators. The developers at Arrowhead Studios also, they have said that they really enjoy tabletop gaming, aka D&D.
The Demogorgon! We're in deep shit.
Pretty much they've implemented a game master or dungeon master, whatever you want to call it. He is pretty much the one in control of everything. He can control where the automatons go. He can control if he makes it easier on you. They actually, the devs can join your game and make it harder on you, spawning more and more and more robots or bugs at you and making the game a lot more difficult. But it adds some kind of like sense of accomplishment whenever you complete these, because even if you're going up against these overwhelming odds, you're still able to complete the objective if you can, and when you do, you feel so proud of yourself when you play it. Get in! Get in, boys! Let's get the fuck out of here!
Extraction complete. Pelican 1.
Hell yeah! Wait, that's some nice freedom! Freedom!
Liberty has seen you through.
Another thing that I really like about the game is the fact that it has an amazing monetization system. Usually whenever you play other games, it's always like, oh, buy our battle pass, or buy this bundle, or buy these skins. And it doesn't do anything for you, really. It's just spending money and you feel guilty afterwards, pretty much. But with Helldivers 2, it's completely different. You don't have to spend any money whatsoever. You can just play the game and you can get anything, pretty much. Like, for example, the war bonds. The war bonds are pretty much the game's battle pass, and they can be bought by buying the expansion pass or like the DLCs, stuff like that. You can get them by spending money like that, or you could just buy the super credits for them and buy it like that way. But you could also just save up your super credits, because the super credits you can get just by playing the game. You get them out of the free war bonds. You get like a couple hundred at a time sometimes. And you could also get super credits just by playing the game, just by finding like little secret spots like points of interest and stuff like that. And you can just play the game and get the super credits that way. And it's really nice because you don't have to spend any money whatsoever. And even if you do spend money, everything is really, really cheap. Usually whenever you're buying things for other games, it's like 10, 20, 30 bucks. And you can get like a couple skins, and then you'll probably end up spending more money like a couple weeks later. Whereas this game, most of the skins are only like $4 at most. And you could buy 250 super credits for $2. And it's really, really nice. A lot of the times the other skins, they'll be on the superstore as well, but they will have buffs that you can get just by getting free armor. Like, you can get the free armor and it'll have the exact same buff. The only difference is that it looks different, but that's just customization purposes. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. And another thing that's great that a lot of other games don't do is that whenever they have like a battle pass or whatever, you have a limited time to be able to go through that battle pass, and if you don't finish the battle pass, so what? Get over it, pretty much.
About a 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome being taken from her?
But this game, the battle passes stay. Like, you can grind at your own pace. You don't have to feel rushed or anything. You could just grind at your own pace, and it's perfectly fine. And I love the fact that they're doing that. Most games, you can only ever buy your premium currency, usually. With this, it's really nice because you could just play the game and you can just get it over time and not have to worry about having to spend all your money and empty your wallet. It's really, really nice. And a lot of other games need to implement this ASAP. And when you do buy the like other war bonds or whatever, it's not like you just immediately get all of those rewards immediately. It's not like it's pay to win or anything. You still have to earn the things in that war bond. You're only just buying access to it. Like the new war bond that just came out. They have all kinds of armor that gives you 90% resistance to arc damage. And it has a bunch of other like arc weapons and stuff like that. You can buy that war bond, but you can't just immediately get all of the items in the war bond. You still have to work for it. You have to buy all the items in that war bond with medals, and you get the medals just by playing the game as well. You can find them in points of interest, or you get them by completing missions. And the more missions in an operation you complete, the more medals you get. And you spend those medals in the war bonds, and then you can get your weapons that way. And you still have to actually earn it, and it's really nice because it's not like it's pay to win at all. You have to earn it. Everyone has to just grind, and it's amazing. Enough talking about the monetization and everything else. Let's talk about the gameplay. Never enough ordnance. Dude, why is there so many?
Holy shit!
Last reload.
Holy fuck!
Holy
fuck!
God.
Holy
Oh
fuck! Damn!
God.
The gameplay is so much fun.
Alright, hop in. Hop in, flame boy. Damn it.
Oh, now someone joins right as we finish. You can use all these stratagems in order to make it a little bit easier for you. And there's all these different like hordes of bugs or robots just coming after you constantly. It's overwhelming, but when you're in the moment, you're so immersed in it. And it's so much fun, especially with other friends playing with you. It is just the most fun I've had in a game in a long time. Dropping 500 kilograms of freedom on a base and just walking away like a G is fucking phenomenal. I love it.
fucking wrecked.
Beautiful.
Democracy.
You actually feel like you're a Helldiver fighting for democracy, and it's just amazing. Like, this game is so cinematic without even trying. It looks straight out of a movie, and it's not like it just happens like every now and then. It's all the time. I have so many clips saved up of just me dropping 500 kilogram bombs. Like, I have a folder full of all these clips. It is the coolest thing ever. It's not like it just happens every now and then where like something cool will happen and then it's a good clip or whatever. No, this is all the time. This game has also done more than any other game that I've seen at bringing the community together. This game has stopped console wars. Like, we're begging for Xbox players to join in on this because PlayStation and PC, we can't do this on our own. We need Xbox players. We need those hell jumpers, pretty much. We need the ODSTs in this. And the amount of camaraderie this game brings is incredible. You'll have people laying down their lives just to help you get out of a sticky situation so that you guys can extract. Just with random strangers. Not even just if you're playing with friends. Like, literally random strangers will just, you'll be playing with them and they will lay down their lives for you because they want to make sure that all four of us extract so we can get all the XP and requisition slips. It's just completely stopped years and years of all this hate of like, oh, Xbox sucks or PlayStation sucks, PC master race. Like, it's completely ended the war between all the consoles because it's just so much fun and it's been bringing everyone together. This is what a good game can actually do. Instead of just all these AAA companies making games that are just cash grabs, an actually good game, good quality game can bring people together like no other. And I love seeing how the community reacts with this. All the propaganda everyone makes, everyone saying spill oil. I've seen this, other people make like voice lines dedicated to Helldivers 2. Kind of like little lore things, like messages from the automatons. Like, there's so much coming from this game. I never would have expected this out of a game that had zero marketing whatsoever. Helldivers 2 is exactly what the gaming community needed. It has brought everybody together like no other game that I have seen. I'm so here for it because now it's not just everyone's hating on all these new games because everyone's always like, oh, you're playing Modern Warfare 3 or you're playing... Well, I'm one of those people. Everyone's just so judgmental about what games you're playing now, and it's just bringing people together. I have barely heard anything about people saying, oh, you're playing Helldivers? It came out of nowhere, and yet it's bringing so many people together. The amount of animations, voice lines, fan art I've seen is amazing, and I love it. Another thing that I really like about the gameplay is that it's not like other games where there's a meta. Like with Call of Duty, oh, you have to be using this zero recoil build, or you have to be using these specific perks and stuff like that. Like, sure, it kind of has a little bit of a meta in Helldivers 2, but even then, you don't have to follow the meta. You can do your own thing. All of the weapons work not very similarly, but it's very balanced.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
You can use pretty much whatever you want and still be able to do decently in a game. It doesn't have to be you use this specific build and then that way you could just steamroll through the game, pretty much. Like, you can do whatever you want to do and be able to try to complete the objective like that. It doesn't have to be a meta, and I need to stop saying it's amazing, but you get the idea. For a live service game, based on just the limited amount of time that the game has been out, I think Helldivers 2 is going to be around for a long time. For a live service game, this game has already blown the fuck up, and it is so much fun. It's brought so many people together, and I think it's going to be able to stay for a long time. And maybe even be a Game of the Year nominee, honestly, because it has just been so much fun seeing how the community reacts to this, seeing what people can do with it, all the edits. It's brought so many people together in such a short amount of time. And I pray that this game can be able to continue the momentum that it has because it is so much fun, and the developers deserve all of the love that they get because they actually did what most other game developing companies don't do. They actually make a good and fun game without it being a cash grab. More companies need to start doing this, or else gaming is just gonna fall off. This game may even be the savior of gaming right now. People are getting tired of all the other games that they're getting right now. People are getting tired of playing shitty games that are just cash grabs, blatant cash grabs. People are getting tired of it. They're getting bored of all these other games, and Helldivers is starting to bring people a good and fun game. I'm surprised no one has done this yet, and I hope more people start doing this in the future because games are just getting too expensive for too little. This game is $40, and I already have 50 hours in this game, and I haven't even scratched the surface. I'm only like level 30 maybe, and I'm still learning more about the game. I'm still learning better ways to play the game. I'm still learning what weapons are good, what to use. It's too good to not be around for very long, and I hope that this game gets nominated for Game of the Year later this year, unless something else better comes out. But as I'm saying right now, it's early on in the year, but as I'm saying right now, this game is going to be around for a while, and I can't wait to see this through. Anyways, thank you for letting me rant for like 15 minutes about how good this game is. I truly cannot emphasize it enough. I have been having so much fun with this game. Sure, in some of my clips, it may seem like I'm screaming at it or raging, but I'm actually having the time of my fucking life. This game is literally the little kid version of me's dream game. 12-year-old me is having a Yeah? 12-year-old me is having a blast with this right now. I'm becoming, every time I load up the game, I become a little kid again. And it's been so much fun. And I hope this game can continue the momentum it has. But anyways, thank you for listening to me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.
There they are.
And they're all there.
What the fuck? According to the pro.
Fuck, it's all on me now.
You got this. Oh my god! Fuck! Nice one. Oh my god! Hey. Oh my god! What the fuck? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, we got that charger right there. See if we can just avoid it.